What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Nerd Show. I'm back with more Masters of the Universe Revelations Masterverse figures, and today we have two exclusive figures. So we have the special Mattel Creations exclusive Scareglow. So this was a figure part of Mattel Creations, I think for like San Diego Comic-Con or something. They released a bunch of figures, and they released this Scareglow, a part of the Masterverse line. And over here we have the Target exclusive Faker, so we can see Faker a lot easier, so it looks just like He-Man, just as a robot, which you saw in the show there. But the really cool thing is the Scareglow, because it's in this nice box. All the Mattel figures came in this nice brown box. But before I fully take it out, I do want to show you, there's the artwork on the side. Looks pretty awesome there of Scareglow in like a cave. There's skulls and everything. Just looks very awesome there for the box. But let's go and take it out, because there's some cool stuff with the box in here as well. So here is the box, and it looks awesome. So it looks just like this awesome book. It reminds me of like the Necronomicon or something. But we have Scareglow's head there in the center with all sorts like rune designs. Says Masters of the Universe Revelation at the top there with Scareglow. So just looks awesome. Again, looks like a book with the page designs there and another like jewel design there on the back, but has this slip cover on the top. So let's go and slide it off, and you can see the Scareglow figure inside there again. So it looks like a mouth of a book or something's kind of open up. Looks very awesome in there, that we can go ahead and pop open here, and I believe, yeah, it lights up. I don't know if you can see the lights very well, but there is some lights. Looks like some blue lights, so almost kind of like a black light, and then there's a flashing white light up there, which is kind of weird also. So it just looks very cool. So again, just looks like Scareglow inside of a cave, which looks super awesome. Of course, we can see all the accessories, and I believe this glows in the dark. I'm not 100% sure, but I assume with it being Scareglow, it does glow in the dark. So we'll have to look at that and everything. Just very cool. I wanted to show the packaging off. There you can see him in the back as well. Just a very awesome like book design and stuff for this package, and the way it lights up and everything. It's just very cool. So that's awesome. So I just wanted to show that off as well. But both of these look very cool. You know, we saw both of them in the Revelation show. So two awesome figures from that. So I'm excited to open these and check them out. So let me go and get them out of the box, and we'll do that together. So starting off with the Mattel Creations Scareglow, this thing looks pretty awesome. So this is our first Scareglow of the Revelations wave, and there will be a normal release one. This is just the exclusive version, you know, that came with the special box and has the glow in the dark feature. So I don't know if the new one will have all that as well. Again, I don't know what's going to be the difference. We'll have to see once it arrives, but I think overall this looks pretty cool. But Scareglow is a skeletal ghost warrior that serves Skeletor, and his bones emit a glow that is used to intimidate his enemies. But we see him in the Revelation show as the ruler of Subternia, or the land of the dead, and so that's where we meet him. And so I think he looks pretty awesome. Like, I like the whole look of the Revelation stuff. Just they have that more of like edgier look to him and look very cool. So he looks awesome. So he's got the skeletal head there, so of course looks like just a skeleton, and I like it. Of course, it is like kind of a see-through and glow. You can see the red eyes in there with the mouth and stuff. Just looks awesome. He has this nice purple cape on hanging to the back, which does have some wires in it, but it's just this nice like felt material. And then we go down to the body that's mostly all black, but he's got the bones on it, so you can see the bones there like on his arms all the way down in his rib cage, and I just like that nice green color. And he has this belt around his waist and this metallic purple, which looks awesome and matches on his wrist and shoes as well. It's really nice purple color there. And he's got like this purple skirt hanging down. Again, you can see more bones there on his legs going into the shoes, where he has these metal spikes up on the top of him, and the purple boots as already shown. So he just looks very awesome overall. I really love the look of this. So for the movements, his head there can twist side to side. You can probably get it all the way around, but his whole collar around his neck is in the way. But you can look down that far and up just about that far, about straight on. So not a whole lot of range, again, probably because that cape in the back. The shoulders can come up 90 degrees and rotate around within there. We get the bicep twist, a double elbow joint that's a little stiff but can bend up about that far, and then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. He's got an ab crunch in there, so he can crunch back and forth, and he can twist a little side to side there, and he has a twist at the waist that he can twist all the way around on. The hips can come up a little bit there, of course with the skirting doesn't allow it too much, and out to the side a little bit. And the one issue I have with these Revelations are their hips, because they kind of like click in and out and stuff. So like to get the leg out this far, it kind of unclicks, but when you put it back, it kind of is still out to the side. So to get it fixed, you have to just kind of push up on it, and it kind of pops it right back in so it can stand up straight and everything. So that's just one little annoyance. But then we have the thigh twist up in there that can twist all the way around. We have a double knee joint that can bend up a little bit. If we get it twist to the side out to the hole in the cape there, you can get it to bend up at that far at least. We have a shin twist at the top of the boot, and then the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So overall, besides the whole hip joint, these are actually really good figures. I really like them because of that. Of course, we have the cape, as I mentioned earlier, so it's just attached up around the neck there, but it is a cape with, like I said, the wires, so it can bend out, so you can get it kind of stretched out if you want, so it can be all weird like that. Or again, you can just try and rearrange it so it looks like it's flowing in the wind or something. You can just kind of do whatever. So I like that they included the wire in the cape there. And for accessories, he comes with some additional hands. So we have a fist hand, and of course the hands look really cool with the bones painted on them and everything, look awesome. So we have fist hand, and then we also have an open like flat hand, and you can kind of see it as a little see-through there, which is cool. And for weapons, we get his Scythe of Doom, which it looks really awesome as well. Again, this is very reminiscent of like the classic Scareglow, looks exactly like that, but I like the nice bright green there on the top, and then the dark green for the handle and stuff. Just looks really awesome, so that's cool. So let's put this in his hand. So there, I gave him the Scythe of Doom, and then he also comes with this cool accessory of the Sword of Power. So he has the sword where you have the combination of like the Skeletor side and the He-Man side put together, and in the show they did use Scareglow to mold the two together to try and reset the time to bring He-Man back and everything. So very cool that it became this, and it does come apart so you can pull it out there and then separate the two halves like they did have the two in the show, and then just put it back together. So it's awesome that he came with that as well. So let's pop this in his hand. So there we got Scareglow looking awesome with the Scythe of Doom as well as the Sword of Power. So that just looks pretty awesome for this figure. And then we have the Target exclusive Faker, and this looks pretty awesome. So he looks almost exactly like He-Man, just has the robotic pieces showing underneath with all the metal. So Faker is an evil robot duplicate of He-Man that serves Skeletor. So he's used a lot to impersonate He-Man and just try to get through defenses and everything as He-Man, which in Revelations we did see that used in the very first episode where he was disguised completely as He-Man and tried to get into Castle Grayskull, but Sorceress blasted a magic spell at him that started to like tear his skin off, and you could see the robot body on underneath. So that's kind of what's going on here. So that is pretty cool that they have this where, you know, it's got some skin on, it looks like it's all torn off, and I like the red around it, so it does look like fleshy and everything, but I like the silver body underneath, and you can see there in the face, you know, part of his face is coming off so you can see the robot. And then I like he's in the all He-Man outfit, so he's going to be almost exactly like the He-Man, which I will show, but you can change some stuff with his accessories to make him look more like the actual Faker. So for the figure's movements, the head can twist all the way around, it can look down that far and up that far, so just a little bit of movement in the neck. Shoulders come up 90 degrees and rotate all the way around. We had a bicep twist, the double elbow joint that can bend up just about that far, and then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. He's got an ab crunch in here, so he can crunch forward a little bit and back a little bit, just back and forth there, and doesn't really twist just a tiny bit side to side, but he does twist all the way around at the waist. Again, those same hips, so it can come up that far, about 90 degrees, and out to the side that far again, and it does kind of pop, so you gotta pop it back up in there. Got a thigh twist that twists all the way around, a double knee joint that can bend up that far in the back, a shin twist at the top of the boot, and then the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So his movements are going to be exactly the same as Scareglow, just, you know, a little bit better because he doesn't have all the material covering up his legs there. And just so you can see the difference, here is the He-Man that we've got from Revelations already. So again, it's going to be looking exactly the same. Everything's, you know, pretty much the exact same. They just took the same pieces and used them on both figures. So we have normal He-Man and then Faker, and you can tell one main difference between them is their eyes. So the Faker has the red eyes compared to the He-Man with the blue eyes. So again, you can have this, they'll look exactly the same, so you know he can be impersonating He-Man. And as I mentioned, he has accessories that can really impersonate him. So first off, we have an additional head. So again, there's the head that looks more just like the He-Man, but again, you can tell with those red eyes that it is not the true He-Man. So it's cool he comes with that additional head. And although it is very minor, his hair is a little bit different. So you can see the hair design on this He-Man compared to this head, and these two heads are exactly the same. Just looks like the one on the body has a little bit of like darker shading, but I like how they did do minor changes to the haircuts. And he did come with some additional hands, so we have a grip hand and open flat hand. And just like the He-Man, we got his shield, so we have the shield there, and then he also comes with like a Sword of Power replica. So there is a difference between the two. So this one has a yellow handle, where the one that came with him has the gray handle. So again, there is a minor difference, just has that yellow part there in the center, which I do think I like a little bit more because it seems to match with stuff more and his shield and everything. So I do really like the yellow. But then we can also make him look more like Faker, so we get this additional head. So this one is the all robotic head. I wish it did have some hair, but it's just, you know, completely bald, but still has the red eyes. So just, I like the design overall with just like all the flat angles and stuff. Just looks pretty cool there. So we'll switch that head out. But then we also have the armor piece here that's very reminiscent to Skeletor. So we'll see that when I show you the Skeletor. So he has this armor piece that looks just like it. It's just in the yellow. And this is very reminiscent of the classic Faker toy because this is the outfit he wore. Because Faker is kind of like a combination of He-Man and Skeletor. So he looks like He-Man, but is colored like Skeletor and has Skeletor's outfit on. So I like that they included that as well. So let's go and put this on and the head. So there I got Faker all put together, and I think he looks a little bit silly. Like I said, I wish this head had the hair on it still and just the all metal head, because I think that would look a little bit better, but it seems like his neck's, you know, a little too short, so it looks like he's all scrunched up and everything, especially with this armor piece on. But I do still like it. You know, I do like this look a lot better because it does make it look more like the actual Faker. I just wish he, like I said, had that hair piece on there, and it'd make it really cool. So there we have our two Masters of the Universe Masterverse Revelation figures of the Mattel creation Scareglow and the Target exclusive figure. Both are very cool, but I think the Scareglow is definitely the coolest figure. But now that we have both of those, 2 more additional villains, we can bring in our other villains of the set. So we have our Skeletor and Evil Lyn to go along with this set. So we've got 4 villains now for the Masters of the Universe Revelations line. So all very cool looking figures, and I'm really enjoying this line a lot. So let me know what you thought of these 2 figures down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.